So as opposed to the last couple of videos, we're going to watch Clemson play defense this time and see how really well they play on defense. Now you can see with 7 minutes to go in the first half, they've held Miami to 10 points. And they only have 17, but as we've shown in other videos, they're getting wide open looks. Miami's making mistakes. They just haven't been able to make shots. So this is coming out of a timeout. And we're going to see a set play here with a lot of action from Miami, and we're going to just see how Clemson guards it here. So we have this double high ball screen. Now, I believe that he's going to the left after watching this clip, no matter what, because it's the way of the play. So this is like a classic play where you screen the screener. And I actually don't think that they're looking for this shooter here because, as you see, he doesn't even pop to look for the ball because there's more action coming. But so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because we get no screen here and we get no screen here, okay? So those first two ball screens made it very easy for Clemson to get back to their guys because no one really even set a screen. But as you see, the guy's cutting through. He's not even popping looking for that shot. So we're going to assume that this is part of the play, which it is. So now we get the high ball screen here from number 4. And Clemson does a really nice job of hard showing right here and cutting off that number 0 turning the corner. So what do we have going on under here? Number 1 is looping through. And so what they want to do now is create this action where number 4 dives through here. He almost wants to set a screen. If they timed it a little better, he would set a screen. But what they want to do is put number 12 to a decision. Number 12 is going to see him cutting down the middle, and what they hope is that he'll freeze and pick up the cutter and leave the shooter wide open or get hit by the screen. Instead, the timing's a little off. Do you see how he's late here? But again, that's part of the play. They say, okay, well, look at that. We'll just have him cut wide open. Now, this guy on the weak side does a great job here because the problem is if he gets too far over, then they'll just skip it over here for a 3 for a number what looks like 23. So he does a really nice job of tagging him here. And as you see, this guy's little. He's got his hands up. 55 is a big man. He's turning and going back to his guy, which will release him back to his guy. And just him running that route, you see he's just kind of taking up space and not allowing that pass to go over the top. And this guy here does a really, really nice job of tagging number 4. And then you even see this guy here on the strong side. He's kind of in a great position because, first of all, you see he's over towards the middle when the double team's happening. So this isn't going to be a great pass. Like, he is kind of a little far away here, but this is not going to be an easy pass. It has to be probably a bounce pass, and that time where it bounces off the ground gives him an opportunity to get back to number 21, who is like a power forward, so I don't really even know if he's a threat anyway. So he does a nice job, and you can see him starting as the guy picks up the dribble and the threat is gone and sees 55 running back. Now he heads back to his guy. All right. Same thing with this guy on the weak side. As 55 heads back, he's done tagging him, and now he heads back to his guy. And now they've stopped that entire play. And it's great. Again, you see 55 doesn't go chase his man. As the ball is going away from him, he stays there in help side. And now the last action they're going to run here is one more ball screen. Now, we have a slight mistake here by 12. I think they're supposed to switch it because it's guard on guard, and he kind of drops back with his guy. Now, number 1 is the guy, it seems like, for Miami. So he's probably just his natural instinct is telling him to stay with his own guy. But you can see that at no point does 0 try to get through the screen, so I think they're supposed to be switching here. So he hesitates for a second, but even you see, the great spacing here by this guy and this guy. He knows 4 is not a threat over here. He probably should be up a step or 2, but it's not terrible because if the ball does come here, he can get there, or if he gets there, he can X out. But I think he kind of loses sight of him for a second, and here he comes back. So now, look, this is a little too much space here for this 3 because I think that, like I said, he made a small mistake. But he gets there. He gets a pretty decent contest here, which I think his coach can be happy with. And now look. as a counter to what Miami did on the defensive end, watch this. We already see as the ball's coming up, 0 and this big man here are already looking for their guys to box out. Whereas Miami just turned and went for the rebound. We have a great forearm armbar right here by number 13, which will stop his momentum coming to the hoop. He's boxed out. All you have to do is really give a guy that far away just a little bump and just let him know that he's not going after the ball, and then you can let him go. And now the big on the big, he literally goes over and finds him and boxes him out. And look at this little circle we get here. You know, we try to make a circle just outside the charge circle, and we have a circle that's basically the entire paint. And you talk about, you know, being able to control the space where a long rebound might go. I mean, even if it's a long rebound, it has to go way long for number 4 to get it. It has to go past the free throw line for 21 to get it. And this guy probably could have stayed one more step back just because he takes up more space for a long rebound there. But again, he's got to go try to get that ball. We get a really nice wall formed by the defenders, and we get a nice, easy rebound. So that's a little different and like a really good defensive possession for Clemson, and that's why, I mean, to this point, they're leading in the game.